Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly developer diary. So for this week I've got a little bit of stuff on the game to show you. So first of all, as you can see here, I've been doing a bit of art for the game. So this is the Oni mask enemy that was in the original game with the new art that I've drawn. So for this, I've sort of turned it into a more of an Oni head than a mask. But here I'm just in the middle of working on the idle animation, and then I'm wanting to create the firing animation. So if I play this, you can see it's idle animation, the head bobs up and down, and I've got its mouth opening a bit, making sure its cheeks stretch down a bit when its mouth opens, as well as its like jaw comes down more with it to make it seem like natural, as well as making like his not eyebrows, but like his forehead brow and like wrinkles in his head go down. Just trying to make it look really like clean and flowing, just ensure it's a really high standard of quality. So I think if you take this, so if you look at this compared to the old one, which is this, I think it's night and day, which is clearly better, as you can see. I think it's just night and day on which is better. So yeah, this, I'm really happy with how this looks, and I guess the main thing is, because what happened was, me and the other artist working on the game, we basically sat in a call, and I just was drawing this and he was drawing the new design for the frog enemy, which I'll show you, which turned out really good. But yeah, we just sat in a call and just basically just both working on them together and just giving bits of feedback on each other's, and yeah, it was really good for just getting some really good designs out of it. So yeah, I think this turned out really well. We also finally settled on like a colour palette for the game, which we might end up changing it, but for now we're happy with the colour palette we've chosen. Other than that, here I will show you the frog design that my friend created. As you can see here, we've got it on our Twitter, which I'll have linked in the description if you want to follow any game progress. As you can see, it's a little samurai frog guy. It's got a little bounce to him, and I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with how this looks. I love how it seems there's like weight to the armour, in that it sort of bobs up and down like a slight delay after the frog's arm and like legs have bobbed. And all in all, I think this looks really good and really clean. So what this enemy is going to be is we're changing the frog. So if you remember in the old version of the game, the frog was this very small. Just get it up real quick. As you can see, this was the old frog, and we went through a couple design ideas and changes. So he made a few tweaks and then sent me this, and I made a few tweaks to it. So we went through a few different designs on it, and then he made a more detailed, like, new one, but then he kind of wanted to alter it, and basically went through quite a few design revisions. But all in all, I think he's done a really good job on this frog enemy. I think it looks really clean. But what this enemy is going to do is, rather than jumping in the air and shooting a projectile like this old frog enemy did, what the new frog enemy is going to do is this frog enemy is going to jump in the air, and once similar to the old frog, but instead of being able to shoot projectiles, what he's going to do is he's going to have like a ground pound, or like a falling attack. So basically he jumps in the air, and then when he's above the ninja player, what he'll do is he'll press a button and he will thrust his sword down and head straight down and try and hit the ninja with it. So that's the new frog enemy idea. And then with the Oni mask, functionality wise, the Oni mask is staying pretty much the same, bar like balance tweaks and improvements, as well as we are adding a charge shot to its projectile just to make it a little bit more interesting. So you'll have your basic shot, which you can do a lot more rapid, but if you want a shot that's faster, bigger, and does a bit more damage, then you can charge it up and then shoot it. If I go into the actually into Unity, the programmers have been hard at work making a lot of changes. We've discussed adding online to the game, because we thought that would be like a big thing, that if the game has online, that's gonna boost sales a lot. But after one of my programmers was sort of learning it and messing around with it, we've decided against it for now. It's not like a final thing, but maybe it's something we can look at in future. But for now, we've settled against online purely because for online it would result in us basically having to rewrite the whole game, because it's taking like any sort of physics calculation, for example, and changing that to be, instead of basically changing that code to be based around like sending data packets. And then I also go, for a team of 5 like graduates, making the game online I feel like is making the scope too big, because obviously because basically if I had one of the programmers on making the online, they would essentially be doing the online for a majority of the game project, which would mean I'm basically down a programmer on a lot of the game project for a lot of the time. So I go, I'd rather have like a good local game than a okay local game that has alright online, because obviously basically what I'm trying to say is online is a big time sink for us, which we are looking to avoid for now. But anyway, if I go into Unity, I can show a couple things off that the programs have been up to. It will load real quick. Here we go. Oh, yeah, the animation's a bit messed up right now because we're messing around with the Ninja movement controls. Firstly, there's this little trail here. This is a work in progress thing. We're thinking of changing that to be like the ninja scarf. But what happens is, first of all, we have a double jump. You'll notice the ninja looks like it's moving a lot faster, and that's because he is. We've got a slight bit of momentum in it now. So basically, we've just completely like overhauled the ninja movement, just make it feel a lot more fast, fluid, and like just seamless. As you might have just seen there as well. Not only have we got a double jump, we have a wall jump. So you can jump off a wall, double jump. It feels really good. One slight thing we have to change is you can infinitely wall jump right now. It's going to be something we probably change in future. But yeah, the ninja move. Oh, and as you can see, the ghost is a lot faster right now. So the ghost can quickly zip over. That's of course just like a simple value change to ghost speed, but the ninja movement being changed was the big thing. Another thing was, as you can see, the ghost is moving around quite fast, but the camera isn't following the ghost as much. Because an issue we had in the old game was, if the ghost flew into the top left of the camera would basically go up to like here for the ninja, where the cursor is, so that ninja couldn't see where he was going, which was sort of like a really lame way to like sort of cheese the game. But now by anchoring the camera mainly on the ninja, we've now amended that issue. And obviously there might be tweaks to this, like we might add a little bit more leeway to the ghost again, simply because, for example, if I want to get one of these dragon head enemies that are like just off the side that I can't reach, I might want to add a slight bit, but obviously that's just simple value changes that we can always tweak with. Another thing is we've got the AI for the frog enemy. Let's see, prefabs should be in enemies. Here we go. For the leaper enemy, oh, I'll have to go out of the game mode. For the leaper enemy, so you see it's got this like green box around it, which is, you can't see it in the game, that's like its aggro range. So what happens is, I go into its aggro range, it will... Oh! It should be jumping and trying to attack me. I don't know why it isn't though. But I mean, obviously this is all being messed with constantly, so there's probably some sort of changes being made to it as we speak. Right here, this will be a good test for me. I haven't actually tested if we can possess this yet. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, we haven't got the possession for it yet. But we're still doing a lot of, you know, just tweaking, and there's a... Oh, didn't mean to delete that. We're making a lot of changes to the game right now, so a lot of the stuff here is very obvious work in progress. Like, for example, seeing that fire particle there, that's new. So that kind of makes me just want to test something, because I don't know if this is actually in the game. Oh, yes it is. Well, good job for my lead programmer there on that, because that's the first time I've seen it. A change I wanted for the dragon head enemy was this, which is basically those are fire particles, which obviously there's not any art for them yet, but essentially I wanted to make the dragon head enemy a bit more interesting by making it so, oh, you know, it goes up to you and it actually does like a little flamethrower attack. Because we thought that would be also quite fitting for a dragon head. I can try and possess this one. Oh. If I can try and possess this one, I don't know if I can possess it. Oh, it's a key button changed. Oh god. Oh, what's the what's the jump key for the blue ninja now? So we've done a lot of there's been a lot of changes made. There we go. So I can still jump, and I don't know if you can do it yet while possessed. But either way, having that flamethrower attack is very nice. So you can see it does like a very short range, like AoE attack. And what I'm planning to do visually is just, you know, make a nice little like fire-looking particle effect that would look really nice. I'm trying to think what else is there, because there's a lot of things being changed that I'm probably missing. Here, if I can try and possess this enemy. Oh, I know why you can't jump that high. We've been doing a lot of just messing with physics and mass in general to make a lot of stuff in the game feel a lot more consistent. I'll check something here. If I do... What is the attack? Yeah, so as you can see, we have an attack above and below. So the animations aren't in it here, but if I do a normal attack, he just does an attack in front of him. But if I hold the up key and attack, as you can see, it hit him. So we have an up attack, and if I can possess this enemy, I can try and do a... I don't know what the jump key has been changed to for the... Oh wait, here it is. So if I can try and attack below me, yeah, as you can see there, what I did is I jumped over him and I held down and pressed the attack button. So now the ninja can attack above and below him as well as just in front of him. So that's another change I've been wanting to make, because obviously it allows more elevation in terms of levels and enemies. Trying to think what else is there. I think that's a lot of what I want to cover so far. So obviously a lot of this is work in progress, as you can probably see by the an object called what are these for. There's a lot of stuff being worked on and a lot of stuff being done. And if you want to keep up to date with a lot of the little things that I might have missed, we'll be, you know, putting a lot of stuff on the Twitter for the game. And again, I'll have it linked below. So I think that's everything I wanted to cover. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you all next week. Alright, peace.